So, like, part 2 of toxic family dynamics, living under a narcissist parent. Mine was mom. I guess I should say alleged narcissist, because it's not like she got a diagnosis. I made another video, but I'm gonna throw in a few things I didn't get to mention because I didn't think about it and time was running out. Don't know if you remember or ever been taught this, but when you walk in the road, they say like somebody, like, you know, a kid or something should walk, say this is the road, instead of this side, you walk on this side for safety, but this side is the person who's gonna get hit. So one night my sister was just talking about that, and she said I should be the one to stand closest to the cars because I should, you know, instead of her, because she has a kid and I don't. It was very left field, and you know, I was like, no, like anyone could raise your kid. Doesn't mean I don't deserve to live. Because it's true. Just because you have a kid doesn't mean the other person doesn't deserve to live too. Like, I know I wasn't implying I would raise her kid for her. Because I'm not a kid person. Like, I basically raised, you know, my mom and stuff. Like, which is hard to say. I'm laughing about it, but that's just kind of my mind, you know, it can't help it. Defense mechanism. Anyways, then one day when I did get to move out, she randomly was opening up about my mom and stuff. She said only I would understand, and I did, so, you know. But then she said one day about how just her and her daughter and her boyfriend are family, like that's it. She didn't mention me, which hurt because like I did a lot for her. I defended her against my mom a lot when she had bad relationship. I defended her. I tried to help her, even with this one that she currently has and was scared of. I'm not going to go into detail of anything like that because I love her. I mean, even saying this, and I respect enough not to give that to the world. But yeah, and despite what she might do or not do in the future to me. But yeah, it was hurtful because I understand her not saying mom because, I mean, she learned about the abuse before I did. But yeah, at the same time it was very difficult because she could say that and then just go right back to, I don't want to say sucking up to my mom, but essentially it was just right back to the same stuff where I was the outsider. She could complain to me about stuff I was forced to do that she didn't care I had to do before, like all the cooking and stuff and cleaning I had to do for everyone in the house. Suddenly she had to start doing that for mom and stuff, and you know, and then she was complaining about it, and I was just thinking, you didn't give two shits that I was struggling and having to do that. And even when I went through that hospital, like the coldest, nobody said I love you, no one cared about me at all. Not, hi, how are you? No one gave a shit. They were just mad. And actually when I did tried to do something, like I made corn on the cob once, I remember, instead of being nicer like I thought they might be, they took it as, like, I don't know, like I was back to myself without boundaries again, and they actually used it to be meaner to me. Like they thought that was a go-ahead to pounce on me and treat me like even worse shit. And so I learned, don't do that, just no. My sister has even come into town, and I didn't know, of course, but like back when I was talking to my mom, she mentioned it before, and it's like I always offered to have her do VR and stuff that she didn't have, that she was excited about, that she wanted to, that she loved, but she still wouldn't come here. Even when she was there, like with a vehicle, it was always like she wanted me to do stuff, like just do everything. Me go there, even though she knows I don't have a vehicle. I have nobody who has a vehicle, and I don't have the money to just go and do that. Like, even though we live like 20 minutes away, I don't have the money. She did it even when I gave her a bus pass that was good for 3 or 4 trips back and forth. I was like, I have this. I talked about it in the previous one near the end. And I was just really upset because it's like she knew I had a lot going on financially and all this stuff. And she still didn't want to try. She didn't want to meet with me to give her stuff that I had for her and for her little girl for her birthday coming up. And I even tried to, meet her halfway. I was thinking, okay, maybe she just wants to use it for something else, maybe a store or something. Like, it's not like she can't use it because she has come into town on the bus before for something she absolutely wanted on her terms, like a movie, and she didn't want to see alone. So I went and met her. But for this, for anything, I'm just not. It's transactional and it's not nice. I feel like not a human with feelings. My brain is rearing, so I kind of lost track of where I was. Oh, I tried to meet her halfway, and because I had a medical appointment coming up, and I was like, before I move or anything, I can meet you at the office, because I gave her a blank, bus pass that she can use within the town. And it's like, what, $275 just for one way. And instead of agreeing, like, I was doing everything I could to meet her, like, on her terms. And she still refused. She said, no, she can't. She just wasn't willing. She just wasn't willing. And that's really hard to witness and be reminded of, because I don't know if you've ever been through this stuff, but as a survival mechanism, at least for me, my brain will forget all the bad stuff they did, because that's how you can move on with your day, or move on to the next day and survive everything, is by temporarily forgetting. And it's like you forget. So I forgot that she kept doing all this stuff, how she treated me. And to be reminded of it when an action like that happens again in your face, it's really hurtful, because she did it before, and I forgot with a minor bus accident I was in, and instead of following up on how I was, she did the typical short sentences she always does. Oh, that's too bad. And that's it. And then I was upset, and I was like, okay, she really doesn't care about me. I keep forgetting that. Let's match her energy like I was told and not contact her. And then I didn't hear from her for like 3 or 4 more days. And it wasn't because she wanted to know how I was. She followed it up as a front, how they do. And then asked for a link to a product she wanted that she couldn't find that I had sent her before. It wasn't that she cared, and that is hard. What's worse is when you get hit by something, like they do something nice for you that you hold on to when they don't do anything nice, and then they follow it up with something horrible and then you're conflicted, and then it's horrible, and then whoa, you're hit with something nice again, and then you're like, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just overthinking it, and maybe there is love in there and I'm just not seeing it hard enough, and then bam, you're hit with negative again, like not caring about an accident you're in. And I imagine that's what people in like non-family relationships must go through, and I understand a bit better now. It's just harder because the family dynamic of that isn't talked about, of how it struggles, especially when they're all family first, we love you, and it's not shown, and it's really hard to see that. Like, I went on bus all the way there with my VR set to make her happy, and then I'm followed up with all this still. That's just my share.